Hi, I'm Stacy from SecureAuth, and in this video I'm going to show you how easily and effectively you can create and manage authentication policies to secure access to your applications. Once you've enabled your global multi-factor authentication methods, you can move on to your policies to create a list of adaptive rules and to enable those specific multi-factor authentication methods in your policies for your users to choose during login. SecureAuth Identity Platform ships out of the box a default policy with some best practices on our adaptive rules. You can edit this policy at any time by clicking Edit Default Policy. Here you can see the authentication rules that are already provided out of the box. These can be edited, they can be removed, or you can add new rules to this. Once you're complete, you can click Save. And now your new default policy is there. The default policy is automatically assigned to your applications, so you'll see them here on the Resources tab. However, you can change that at any point when you make a new custom policy. To make a new custom policy, you go back to the Policies page and click Add New Policy. Here we start with a single rule, but you can remove this, edit it, or add new ones on top of it. So let's say we'll add our user risk score, and we want to say prompt if the user risk is high or extreme. Update. And then we'll say we want to add for country restrictions. We will say not to prompt if it is in the United States. And we'll update it here. You can also drag and reorder these to change the priority of which one is checked first. Once you're done, hit Save. And then we can move on to your blocking rules. The difference between blocking rules and authentication rules, blocking rules will stop the user as they try to access the application. Authentication rules, you can select whether they will be prompted for multi-factor authentication or they can bypass that step and go straight to the application. To create your list of blocking rules, the process is the same. Click Add New Rule and make any configurations. For example, you can restrict it by group here by blocking those that are not in a specific user group. Once you have your authentication and blocking rules in place, click Save and you can move on to the multi-factor methods. Select your workflow type, so how do you want the users to log in? Let's say username, MFA, and password. And then you will select the MFA methods that you would like enabled for this policy. This list is generated from the global settings that you configured previously. So if you have a method that you'd like to use that is not listed here, you'll need to enable it in the global settings before you can enable it here. Let's say we want this one to be a little bit more secure, so we will not allow the TOTP, and we don't want to use text message or email. So instead, we're going to allow the login notification to do symbol to accept or biometric identification. And we'll click Save. To edit the name, it's very simple here. Instead of New Custom Policy, we will call this Secure Policy and save. Now your policy is created and you can add resources to the policy by clicking the Resources tab here and then select resources for this policy. All of your available applications will display and you simply need to check one or multiple that you'd like and then click Save. These resources now will use this new secure policy instead of the default policy. And you're ready to go. Thanks for joining us today. To learn more, visit www.secureauth.com.